All right, guys, here's some support for spring break activity question 2. So the question 2 says we need to perform the operations to be able to solve this equation. All right. So here we're trying to subtract a binomial by a quadratic. All right. So when you're doing this, guys, whenever you see that you're subtracting, you're going to assume that in front of here is a negative 1. And you're going to distribute that negative 1 to each of these terms. All right. Negative 1 multiplied by anything, you change the sign, all right, and the number stays the same because a negative times anything will change the sign, and 1 multiplied by anything stays the same. So negative 1 times negative 6x squared will be positive 6x squared. Negative 1 times negative 5 times positive 5x is negative 5x. And negative 1 times positive 6 is negative 6. All right? And all of the terms in your first parentheses you will bring down, all right, they will stay the same. Okay, now I'm going to combine like terms. All right, so you see any other term other than this as an x squared? Yes, the 6x squared. All right, so negative 1x squared plus 6x squared is 5x squared. All right, do you see any like term that has only x's? Yes, I see another 5x, all right, or another negative 5x, all right? Negative 5x minus 5x is negative 10x. Here, you're adding or subtracting, okay? And I only see the negative 6 as my only constant, all right? So that negative 6 I just bring down, all right? And that would be my result, okay? So you type 5x shift 6 so you can get the x squared, all right? Or you can click the keyboard if you would like, okay? And then minus 10x minus 6, all right? So again, guys, that would be the result, okay? Oh, yep, so that would be the result. Okay, so let's try the next problem. Let's try another problem. All right. So for this one, guys, all right, let me clear our screen. All right. So for this problem, guys, all right, we see again another negative sign right here. So I assume it's a negative 1. Distribute, distribute, distribute. So negative 1 times negative 9x squared, positive 9x squared. Negative 1 times negative 3x, positive 3x. Negative 1 times negative 4, positive 4. All right. So again, as you see, all the signs changed, but the numbers did stay the same. All right. Here, all of these all stay the same. The reason why all these stay the same, guys, is because you're assuming that in front of here is a positive 1, but when you distribute that positive 1, they all would stay the same. All right. Now I'm going to add and subtract and combine like terms. So what's the like term that goes with that 10x squared? The 9x squared. So 10x squared minus 9x squared is 19x squared. All right. What's the like term that goes with this 8x? The 3x. All right. So 8x plus 3x is 11x. All right. And what's the like term that goes with this constant? The positive 4. So negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. All right. And that would be my result. So let's put that in. So 19x squared, all right, plus 11x minus 1. All right. So let's try another one, guys. Let's try another one. All right. So when we try this next one, guys, let's clear our screen. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. In front of here is a negative 1. Distribute, distribute, distribute. That would be negative 4x squared, positive 6x, minus r positive 4. All right. Because again, when you distribute that, that will change the signs, but the numbers stay the same. All of these you just bring down. So you bring down all of these other terms. Okay. So now I'm going to combine like terms. So this goes with this. So negative 4x and negative 4x squared minus 6x squared is negative 10x squared. All right. Now we're going to combine the x's. All right. So combine the x's. All right. So 1x plus 6x is 7x. Okay. And then we're going to combine the constants. So negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. All right. So again, guys, just like that. So let's type that answer in. Negative 10x squared plus 7x minus 2. All right, so let's do one final problem, guys. So it seems that we're only getting subtracting problems. I actually want to get something a little different. So I'm going to answer this one real quickly in my head. All right. So this is going to go, this is going to be a negative 3x squared. So that'll give me negative 8x squared. And then we have a positive 5x, and this would be a negative 1x. So 5 minus 1 would be positive 4x. And then the negative 5 would stay the same. All right. So again, something like this you could even do in your heads. All right. So I'm going to keep on practicing. We found a positive one. All right. So whenever there's a positive one here, all right, so you assume it's a positive 1 or a plus sign, you assume it's a positive 1. Distribute, distribute. But all of these terms are going to stay the same. So your negative x stays the same and your positive 6 stays the same because 1 multiplied by anything makes it stay the same. All right. All my other terms in front I bring down. Now I'm going to combine like terms. Is there a like term that goes to this negative 6x squared? No. So you bring it down. Is there a like term that goes with your 3x? Yep, the negative 1x. What's 3x minus 1x? 2x. All right. And is there any like term that goes with your constant? No. So I bring down that constant. All right. So again, guys, just like that. Okay. So let's type that answer in. All right. So let's type that answer in. So negative 6x squared plus 2x plus 6. Okay. So I want to see some of the other variations, guys, because some of these you can get word problems. So I'm going to do a couple of these in my head so that we can see some possible word problems. Okay. So this one would be negative 7x squared. All right. Try to see if you can even do it in your head. That would make you really, really good at this. All right. Then 5x. All right. And then positive 18. Okay. I forgot to put my positive sign in front of my 5x. All right, so positive 5x. Wow. All right, so the more practice you get, guys, the better you'll get at this. So I want to get a word problem, so I'm going to keep on answering these questions until I get a word problem. But I actually want to do this question with you, all right? So in front of here is a negative 1, distribute, distribute, distribute. That would be positive x squared, positive 9x, and then negative 6. Bring down all these terms, all right? Now we're going to add and subtract like terms, okay? So what's the like term that goes to this x squared? The other x squared. And negative 1x squared plus x squared would cancel each other out, okay? So what would go with this negative 3x? The positive 9x. So negative 3x plus 9x is positive 6x, all right? And then what would go with the constant? 3 minus 6 is negative 3. All right. So that would be 6x minus 3. Okay. So again, guys, I just wanted you guys to see that the x squares or a term can cancel out. Okay. So let's keep on trying so I can get some word problems. Okay. So for this one, this would be negative 1x squared. All right. Then negative 14 x, then negative 5. All right, so I want to get a word problem. All right, so still got to keep on going. So 6x squared, then this would be plus 11x, and then minus 4. All right, please give me a word problem. All right, so this would be, so the negative 10 and the positive 10 cancel out. So this would be 2x, and then negative 13. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we're getting word problems with these as frequently as I would want. All right, so this one would be 1x or just x, and then plus 4. All right, so I want to get a word problem. All right, but it doesn't seem like it's giving me a word problem, guys. Okay, so for this, we're just gonna have to just do with what we have. All right. Just got to do with what we have, okay? Because again, I'm not seeing the question that I would want to see. So again, I'm not seeing the question that I would want to see. All right, so hopefully those 12 examples help you out, okay?